Hey, I've been thinking a lot about this, about doing something, about talking about it. I'm in my pajamas. It's Friday, June 8th, and we heard around, I don't know, 5 hours ago about Anthony Bourdain, which is the second big famous suicide that we heard this week. And when Kate Spade committed suicide, a part of me was really sad because, well, she was a mom, right? And everyone kept saying she left a letter for her daughter, and I was like, oh my God. Now, um, my mom struggled with depression, but I was never worried about her doing anything. I knew her commitment to mothering me was too big. But today, when I heard about Anthony Bourdain, I was just like, wow, it really hit me. And at first, I thought, well, maybe it's affecting me because he inspired me so much as a chef. It's like maybe that's it. I remember in Venezuela seeing his show and how he describes food as more than just food, but as experiences that you have to go through, and how traveling will change you. And I remember thinking, one day that's gonna be me. One day I'm gonna be the one traveling the world. And coming from small, well, not a small town, but from a city in a country like Venezuela, from a single mom background and all the hardship that we have faced, the fact that I live in the Middle East alone is like a miracle, right? And then all the adventures I've gone through. So I always felt very inspired by him. And also, I still remember him cooking lamb, and I was like thinking, one day I'm gonna cook lamb, and that's something that we eat very commonly. But then I kept thinking, why am I so sad? Why is it so hard? And it's because I realized that this was the end I always assumed my dad would have. You see, my dad was bipolar. And with him, when we have highs, they were so high. So high. And he will be happy and colorful, and he will sing, and then he will give me life. And when we have lows, they were very, very, very low. And he will be very aggressive and very angry. But I remember his highs when he had an idea, because my dad was a dreamer, right? He would have these massive ideas, big, big. And when he was in that mode, he believed them possible, and in his mind they were about to come through. And he was like, yes, 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 until he had 2 or 3 rejections, and then everything will come stumbling down. And he will go in one of his lows, which could last weeks or months. We didn't know. Now, back then, we didn't have a word for that. He was just rear. I was the girl with a rear dad. The dad that abandons her every so often. The dad that will say things like, I just should just kill myself. Or I should just go. Never come back. My dad fantasized with going into a mountain in Venezuela and just hiding there, praying for the world, which is something that he believed deeply in. He said that the world needed more people praying for it. That's why monks did. That we needed people praying for sanity and health. And today, when I heard about Anthony Bourdain, all I could think of was my dad. Now, I'm 32 years, and in my life, I had my dad maybe for 10 years, those years. Not just because when he was in his lows, he wasn't there, but because he abandoned me several times, and there were years. Sometimes we spent 3, 4 years without talking. So the last time that we reconnected was about 3 years ago, 3, 4 years ago. Matthew, yeah, 3 4 years ago, Matthew was a baby. I was still not pregnant with Mikey even, and we started talking, and talking became more than just talking and planning that he would come to Qatar to visit us. And then he came, and he was here in Qatar when Mikey was born. And in that time, he was in a good time. He was medicated. He was eating better. He was in a good position mentally and healthily. And I had a dad that I have never thought I would have. I had a really nice dad and we had so much fun. And he was actually there. He was one of the first people to cuddle Mikey when Mikey was born. And he apologized for so much. And he understood so much. And I apologize for my first thing because it's a, it's a mutual relationship. And then less than a year later, he was murdered. Now, he was not a suicide, but he did made it very easy for that to happen to him because part of his shame in being mentally unstable meant that he built a fortress and he hid himself there. So, so he wasn't found for a week because he wanted to be a hermit. And I'm not saying that is to say, I'm just saying that pain is pain, and we all know pain. So if you're struggling now, just reach out. Really. We all suffer. For a long time, I thought that I would follow his steps. And I have worked so hard not to. And not even for my kids. I wish I could say that, but I've done it for me. Because I could see how much pain he was in. And he was in so much pain. And so was Anthony. And so was Kim. I'm sorry. So if you're feeling bad, if you're feeling that this shouldn't be this way, just reach out today, please. Because the world is a better place because you are in it. And we need your magic. I don't know what your magic is. I don't even know what my magic is right now. But we need it. There are so many resources. Depending on where you are, there are organizations, there are hotlines, and there's people that will help you. Even if it's just the cashier in the convenience store or you're buying a Twinkie, I don't know. Just reach out. Because we cannot keep losing you guys. We cannot. I'm so sorry. I never imagined I would get this emotional. Just hang in there, okay? Let's hang in there together. Because our pain, we can bear it together. Just hang in there.